with moving the building permits to the priority item tonight.
We have a motion on the floor to approve, presented by Mike and second by Mary. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. Done planning and zoning.
Planning and zoning, so we have a permit, of a house that, for Lincoln Builders, that would like to build on a lot that is right now, zoned as a twin family home. And they wanna build up to the lot line. We had spoke to the homeowner, or the guy that owns the land right now, and he had said he's gonna go to the county and make the two lots to one. Now, that has to be done through us
We have to approve that.
before anything can happen. So in order for that to happen, do we need any kind of a public hearing, or what are the steps that have to happen to go from two lots to one? That's our
Yeah.
first question.
First thing they would have to do is come in with a proposed split of the lot, or combined with the lot. It has to have council approval. I don't think we need to have a public hearing, but it has to be done via resolution.
Okay. So,
So we can do that in 2 weeks at the next council meeting, have a resolution
You
to
guys wanna
combine
do
the
that?
2 to 1. Does he go to the courthouse first?
No, he has to come
And-
here because they actually need a copy of that resolution before they can split it
Go
and
to the
record it.
courthouse,
Yeah.
okay, alright, and then it's rezoned town, it's zoned,
it's zoned for the twin townhome. So now they're gonna put a single family dwelling. Do we have to worry about rezoning it, or because they're more or less going down a step, can we leave it alone?
It should actually probably fall more under the lines of a conditional use permit, right? If it no longer falls within what zoning, we're gonna change that, there's gonna be conditions on there, I assume, I could be wrong. But-
Well, right now, how he has the home designed, the home will fit on lot number 8, which is the eastern lot, and then the lot number 7 would be their backyard.
Mhm.
But with that, right on the edge of the garage is actually on the lot line. So we had told him, unless you're building a twin home, you cannot build that way.
Agreed.
When we called him, he said, no, I have a lady that's buying both lots, and is building on one, and we're gonna take the lot line away, and it's just gonna be one ID parcel. And then the backside would be the whole backyard. He does meet, where he's building would meet all the setbacks in terms of 30 feet from the road, 30 feet from the other road, so many feet from the back lot line. Everything conforms, except where it is zoned. We had it platted, and we went through this with the Clauses way back when.
Mhm.
It used to be single family, then they changed everything, we replatted the whole works to the twin homes.
And they wanted to change it back and we wouldn't allow it.
Right.
And what happened to like the lines, the plumbing lines, the whatever
They
that's
went through
underneath?
and redug all those up to move
Right,
it.
so how is that gonna,
It wouldn't affect that land. But now, he said, I have a lady that wants these 2 lots, and that's what he wants to do, so now it's up to us, the
so
council
then
is.
years from now, when she wants to sell it,
She couldn't because it would no longer be a big enough lot to sell to build on. So right now,
it'd be substandard,
the
11,000.
original lots were 15,000 square feet. And when he removed everything and went to the multifamily, the twin homes, all those lots got made smaller so he could fit more houses in. So when they make these 2 lots to one, and they build that home, at that point, that lot number 7, even though it wouldn't be there, if she thought, oh, I'm gonna move over 10 feet and lock it off and then sell that, nobody could ever build there because it's too small to build. So once it's done, it can't be changed. But it's a matter of, now we're at a twin home lot. Do we allow something smaller to go there? A single family, That's our dilemma at this stage in our life. How do we, what the homeowner, the builder says now is when he is out in St. Cloud and all over in this building, if he is building a single family home in a multifamily area, there is no problem, you can build it, no zoning has to change, but you can't go bigger, so you can step down, but you cannot step up.
but we still have the lot line
But he's gonna
The
get rid
lots.
of that.
Right, so we would have to do, if you're saying a conditional use permit, or whatever we have to do to remove the lot line, and then do we want them, what do we do? I guess, what are our steps? And do we want that as a city council, and then we have to decide so he can move forward. Obviously, it's the end of the year, which he'd have
Do
come
you
in.
wanna start it this year? Of course. I suppose,
Yeah. If we would have approved everything tonight, they would probably be digging in 2 days, but that's not gonna happen. Planning and zoning denied it because right now it does not meet our,
Right.
you know, right now with the lot line there and then building on the lot line, that's already against the code, so we did not approve it, it's denied.
Conditional use permit says that they have to apply for that
Yep.
30 days prior to the public hearing.
Yep.
So we're still looking at a month for him if we would say he could do that tonight.
Why don't we do this? Cause I mean, I'm not sure, I haven't run into this before that I can recall. I know typically he's right. You can, if it's zoned for a duplex, you can typically go down and build a single on that. But as far as lot lines and stuff like that, I mean, it's,
In order to get rid of that lot line, we have to follow.
City will approve it.
yeah, we have to approve that.
So we would be doing, would we be having Nicole start that paperwork tonight and we could approve it in 2 weeks? Or what is
Can
that
we
process?
approve it tonight?
Or
We need
could
to.
it get
Well, what we
resolution
did-
tonight? Or that's a,
I mean, it's not gonna be an issue if it's not an issue with planning and zoning to remove that property line. I mean, I don't think that's gonna be an issue if it's not a planning and zoning isn't opposed to that. What we could do is, I don't know if we have to drop a new legal for that, or not. Maybe what you could do, Nicole, would be to get a hold of Tom tomorrow morning, ask him what his suggestion is, how we move forward with that. That's our city attorney.
And who pays for all of that? When we get rid of the lot line and do all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff?
What we'd also have to do is,
He said he had talked to the
We could-
courthouse and he could have the lot line removed for a fee of $48 through the county.
Through the county.
But that's not,
yeah.
Jim's got a question for you.
Yeah, one of our discussions was if you basically by removing a lot line that's being replatted, can you just replat something without that's not replatting it?
No, no, if you're gonna replat it,
Yeah,
if it's actually changing the overall plat of the project,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that needs to go through a series of public hearings.
that's what I understand.
And
This
so
would
if
not
this-
be considered that?
it
I don't
kind
know
of
if it's
is.
changing the plat, so to speak, the
Well, it's-
overall
You're
plat, I
taking-
guess, I don't know.
I know, you're
I don't
taking
know.
2 lots and making them one, to me, that's replatting,
That's
but
replatting that lot, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, why don't we do this, why don't we talk with the city attorney tomorrow and find out what his suggestion is, and, yeah, it's just gonna have to wait for 2 weeks until we can actually,
Oh,
figure out
and all the
exactly what
steps, I mean, whoever this, they're not gonna build this year no more. I mean, if this
Well-
is a 30-day for a conditional use permit and, you know, a
Right,
public
it's looking at at least 2
hearing,
months.
And
yeah,
what I don't know is do we need the conditional use permit if they're putting a single home on
On
a
a
twin?
duplex,
That's
that's
the
my
question I
question,
would have.
typically you wouldn't, but I'm not sure.
And that's what we don't know.
Yeah.
If you don't, then that solves that, but he still has to go through, we have to go through the process of
Yeah,
inside the city to be able to get rid of the lot line. And if that takes a month or 6 weeks, whatever it is, we don't have any
well,
choice.
and that's not saying they can't build either, you can, there's ways you can build all winter long, it gets a little more costly, but you can certainly do it. I guess at this point, I think we're gonna have to deny it just based on what we have so far,
Right.
we just don't have the.
And it's been denied by planning and zoning for those reasons. And it's just a matter of we need to bring that up here and figure out what we have to do, if we want to allow it or not.
We will need a motion to have the permit, denied at this time.
I make that motion.
Motion on the floor by Mike, seconded by Mary, all those in favor, please signify by stating aye. Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. Yeah, I mean, if we find that things are not as difficult as we think they may be, I guess we'll revisit this in 2 weeks and try and get it
was the only one that we were having.
We would have to.
The last minute, next item we have on the agenda, we thought it'd be kind of, in order to better market our city, felt that it would be kind of fun if we had some type of, city logo or city slogan, to help market us better. So, what we'd like to do is do a contest and have the schools and residents of the city working on that. And have one submitted, and there would actually be a $250 prize for the one that we selected in Pierz Bucks. So, I know what the council thought of that, and if you decide to go along with it, what type of timeline we'd be looking at and things of that nature.
I think didn't we discuss it the last time, that?
Was at a workshop, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's an awesome idea.
So we would change then the signs on both ends of town to reflect this,
I don't know if we'd have to change the signs or.
You're looking more for stationary, aren't you?
or stationary, what are we
Well,
talking?
start to change
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I mean, something to move forward with, we could start with the website, Facebook, and just kind
Yeah.
of slowly
Give
transition
the
into it.
businesses something to try and use as a marketing tool as well, so. We don't have one. Any ideas, guys?
I'll put Dave on
I'm gonna submit mine to get some money.
We give it up now.
We could have money.
Yeah, I don't, we have-
We split the money.
So I don't know, I think it'd be a fun project for everybody in town if they're interested in participating. But,
Mhm.
It's,
Is the record eligible for this, or does she have to abstain?
I'm not a city resident.
Oh,
And that was a question, do they need to be a city
Yeah.
resident?
I think they should be. It'd be
Or-
kind of-
Yeah, when you talk to
Or
the
school
school.
district,
Yeah.
the school district.
Yeah.
I'm
And
city
I-
Along
resident.
that line.
And actually, I did leave a message for Ruth Stuckmeyer. I said to be getting in contact with Nicole and to pay attention that this was probably coming up. So I
Okay.
think her students, I'm guessing, will probably be involved. I did leave her a message.
I think we're gonna push it out to Facebook, the cable access show, Ruth, as you spoke with, and, the website, just stuff like that, so. The more people, the merrier.
Yeah, definitely. What are we talking for a timeline? First of the year or something?
That's
or-
I think to run it to the end of the year and then have a fresh start in 2018.
Sure.
Maybe end it just before, and that gives it a week or two to start it on the first of the year.
Because you gotta look at them all and make a
Right,
decision
Yeah,
about
it's
them.
not gonna be
That's
easy,
true.
yeah. the
If
If
selection
you have them in
process-
by the beginning of December so that you can decide,
Maybe a council meeting night, December 12th?
That'd be good.
it'd still probably have to be rolled out for the first of the year.
You have 2 weeks to roll it, or not, or you want it before then?
Well, I don't know.
Is that enough time?
Nicole, you'll be working on probably.
With all the holidays coming
Better
up?
move it to
Yeah, I
January.
think so.
I think you should too,
Yeah.
because I think with all the holidays and all the other stuff coming up, I think we might have a hard time.
Back it up to November, what are we, 21st?
Or
28th?
December.
Well,
Which one do you want?
December, if you go to the council meeting, already won.
But I don't think you're gonna be able to have it rolled out at the beginning of the year. You're not gonna make it, no matter what you do.
No, I mean, it doesn't have to happen January 1 either.
That'd be good to start it. December 1st?
Sure, what's our next,
To start it or end it?
And
end it?
And the contest.
starting tomorrow.
Yeah,
As fast as you can push the Facebook button or whatever
We
buttons
have
you
it
got.
already all ready to go, I just need to change the date.
So,
yeah, that's fine with me. That works
Pretty good.
who gets to be on the committee to
So you
select?
said December
We'll figure
1st.
that out.
And the
for next
contest on
meeting.
December 1st and then bring it to the council meeting.
Yeah.
I think we make the planning, and right there, these three are the judges. We three judges right there.
We won.
Irving,
One of us is gonna get $250.
Divided by 3, that's not
We're
bad.
gonna split it with the other two.
You buy your wife a Christmas present.
Pretty close at it.
pushing it.
Yeah, they're only $5 through the school, you guys still have a little cushion.
Maybe
Lions
we
are
can
selling
get a
nice
couple of,
ones.
Are they? Oh, well, then we'll go to them, okay.
maybe we can get a couple of commercial club members, maybe, it doesn't matter, we can put a nice committee together and see what we can.
And Nicole can
Yeah,
get a
Nicole, you
committee
can figure
together.
that out.
And I did talk with Tom Smoody, and he's letting the commercial club know about that.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Put Tom on, I think Tom would be very good at
Yeah.
helping
Oh, yeah.
decide.
Well, we will need a motion to have all these things approved.
I'll make the motion. Ends December 1st,
Ending date?
will be presented to the council on the 12th.
There is a motion on the floor from Donnie, can we get a second? Second by Mary, all those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. We have some tobacco renewal license. Eric, had some things that, some family things going on, so he's not gonna be able to make it tonight, but, I haven't heard any, negative comments from Eric regarding any of these establishments. There was, Lloyd's Discount Liquor, Red's Auto and Bait, That's Super Stop, and Pierz Foods were all up for renewals. The council doesn't have any issues with that, we'll need a motion to have them approved.
I make a motion to renew the tobacco licenses for those four.
Motion on the floor from Mike, second by Mary, all those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. Nicole, what do we have on employee reimbursements?
So I was informed that prior to our new system, the employee reimbursements were in with the claims. So you guys got to look at them, and now they currently are just, added to the paychecks, so I figured it would be nice
It's
to
kinda nice to look at it like
let
this,
everybody
yeah.
know who, what, when, and why
Yeah.
they're getting reimbursed and for what.
Okay,
Good
Sure.
deal.
that is nice, Nicole.
Yeah, I like the way that's laid
Good
out.
job.
Our new system is coming with lots of nice things that
Mhm.
really can help the council too.
Yeah, absolutely. And these will also go through our normal claims
Yep,
in a month, so we don't have to approve this.
nope, it was just for your information, just
The
so you know.
FYI, they'll
Yep.
come monthly.
Mhm. As
Okay.
soon as they come through, I'll just let you guys all know in the packet.
Thanks, Nicole.
Good.
We have our GRRL agreement update and feasibility report. I don't know if you folks had a chance to take a look at that. That's our Great River Library. Kind of a feasibility report and update. I know we had quite a few questions from Great River Library, on some of the things in the new contract. It sounds like we weren't the only ones. There must have been several other cities that had the same issues that we had. Nicole, I'll just turn that over to you.
I think there was a handful of people that actually, cities that only signed for the original agreement, I think maybe even less than 5, I could be wrong, but. So we had a few questions, there was a draft in here, I went to a meeting last Thursday, and there was a lot of concerns from a lot of members from different communities, just with the agreement and just how it was put together, so Great River Regional Library put a little meeting together and kind of redrafted this and addressed everybody's concerns. And so they're approving it on November 3rd, or they're taking it to their board, but I just wanted to make you guys aware that they did address our issues.
Good. It looks like ours were the same ones as the other people had. so-
Yeah, so there's that, and I did schedule a meeting on our next one for the 14th to have, one of the people from Great River Arts to come here, or Great River Regional Library to come here and
Awesome.
go through it with us and kind of just explain it a little bit better, more than I probably can,
Sure.
so.
That's good.
Good idea.
Yeah, and I know they wanted it updated, or wanted it signed before the first of the year, but they understand that that might not happen with all of the stuff that's coming through, so.
Okay.
And then for the feasibility report, they brought that out in July, June or July, and I'm not sure if that was brought to you guys, but I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just put that in there as well, to let you know everything was good for us, and we don't have to update anything.
Awesome. Thanks, Nicole.
Mhm.
We have our Minnesota DOT sign application resolution.
each city got $500. And in talking with Bob, we thought it was a good idea to put signs up within the city to say, you know, the campground, golf course. Bob mentioned the Veterans Memorial and even maybe the City Hall and police. So this is just the first process in applying for it to see if we're allowed to get those MnDOT signs. So the application's here, we've kind of filled it out a little bit, and then we just need to moving forward, they want a resolution to go forward for them.
Okay. And I think you have a copy of the resolution in here, if I'm not mistaken. Mary, would you like to read that resolution, please?
Or do you just want the paper one?
Here, good, found it. Adoption of the community wayfinding sign. Be it resolved that the city of Pierz agrees to comply with the guidelines adopted by the Minnesota Department of Transportation for community wayfinding signing to be located within the rights of way of state trunk highways and city streets, local roads. The city agrees that it is solely responsible for the construction, installation, and maintenance of all sign structures and sign panels at its own expense, and that if the community wayfinding signs are not properly maintained, the city will remove the signs at its sole expense upon request by MnDOT. The city also agrees that if the signs are not removed within 30 days of notification by MnDOT, MnDOT forces will remove the signs at the sole cost and expense of the city. This resolution was declared duly passed and adopted, and it was signed by the city of Pierz and attested to by the council this 24th day of October 2016.
Very good, Mary. Heard the reading of the resolution. We will get a motion to have that resolution adopted.
I'll make that motion.
Motion on the floor from Stephanie. Can we get a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Donnie. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. MnDOT snow removal agreement and Saehr Backhoe and gravel coat. Bob wasn't able to make it this evening, but this is pretty much straightforward.
Through MnDOT, everything is the same. They will pay us back for everything except for the actual hauling.
Yep.
And then we have Dave Saehr's quote in here. Basically, he's gone up about $5 on each piece of machinery to cover man hours and the labor, so, I mean, and the equipment, so everything is there and pretty much in good shape. Dave does a wonderful job as well as Bob on doing our street removal, so.
Yes, they do. So we will actually have to take and, excuse me, it's just laid out a little differently, but we will have to take and approve the Minnesota DOT snow removal agreement and the agreement with Saehr Backhoe, their quote.
I'll make the motion for, you wanna just do the MnDOT first, or you wanna do them both?
We can do them both. if that's okay.
I'll make the motion.
There's a motion on the floor by Donnie, can we get a second? Second by Mike, all those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. We have our 2017 Pierz Area Directory advertisement approval. I think we donated $1,000 to, actually it wasn't a donation, it was a.
We buy advertising.
Services, yeah, services.
Yeah, it's actually the whole directory. They send it out to about 5,000 residents in the school district area. And they used to do it every year, so it just kinda looks like this. This is what it looked like last year.
And what did we give to that last year?
Every 2 years?
Well, they used to do it every year, now they're doing it every 2 years. I believe Terry would know a little bit more, but
$1,000, I think, is what we did in the past, according to a letter here.
The
Just
whole
add- yep, the
directory.
whole thing. Yep, so it's just kinda contributing, it goes, we get a little ad, and there's other ads for the businesses around town. And I don't believe we're the sole contributors. I think
No,
there's
no,
others.
because the business is
You're
paid.
You're underwriting to make it cheaper for the businesses
Right.
to put that
Yeah.
on.
We put the $1,000 towards it, the businesses then buy ads in it as well.
To do it on
And it has, I think, doesn't, our garbage days, our,
But if
I
you
guess
agree-
it's in the calendar, information in it.
I move that way, we're gonna donate $1,000 towards that, as in other years.
What if you,
There's a motion on the floor by Mary, can we get a second?
No, then they
I'll
can
second that.
use the
Second by Mike, all
credit
those in
card.
favor, signify
Or,
by stating aye.
Aye.
Or,
Aye.
opposed, so you say, you pay,
Carried unanimously.
you pay $1 a month.
We've already taken care of the building permits. Bobby.
We're paying your bill each month.
Nicole, do you have anything on that then?
You know, I just kinda have a little update here of some things we're working on. The cable access channel, the committee did meet and we've discussed that, we're gonna start videotaping some of the music at the excuse me, at the senior center.
Good.
And I did last Thursday, it was polka, I don't remember who it was, but it was pretty good. And they were pretty happy about it, they're like, all right, and I accidentally forgot that I was recording, so it's got about an hour and some. So we might have to edit it a little bit, but hopefully pushing that out sooner rather than later.
The old people that watch Channel 10, that'll be,
Right
the
up
long
their alley.
life, yes.
Mhm. We're also trying to obtain some sport content from the school, so
Nice, yeah.
that's
That
gonna be
would be
working
really
itself,
nice.
but.
If we can try and figure that out, would be really
Why
nice.
would they?
Yeah,
Oh, the kids are already doing it.
I think that they have video on demand
yeah.
on the school channel.
Right.
So we're hoping that we could somehow import that into something that Nicole can put on
That
It was
does-
a play, they just had, what play did they just have?
Right.
Annie.
and, and that'd be wonderful to
That
have
would
it
be
on.
great, that was,
Yeah.
talk to somebody regarding that, that was fabulous.
And I think Carrie's contacted somebody too, but, we're kind of in the works of,
It always used to be Roxanne Welly over at the
At the
school,
library.
Yeah,
at the school, yeah.
You know what, it might be, Mary Cheatham, because she was instrumental in getting that going, I think.
But as far as in charge of the
Video.
video, who has that, who has the video stuff is Roxanne,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
nice
thank
just to
you.
get more community things on there. Right now, we have a 3-hour loop,
Yeah.
and it's just, you know,
Keep
I mean,
putting
it
it
goes
out,
through
yeah.
all the council, the city staff, everybody's profiled on there, and then,
It's pretty boring.
well, yeah, and then the meetings, you know. But,
Other than that, we've got, the payment or the invoice for Tri-City paving for the Edward Street project that came in, so I've been working with Bob and Linda to divvy out the funds and figure out which places we should pull it out of. We have another comp plan meeting this Wednesday, October 26th, at 6 p.m. here.
Is that our final one?
I believe we're getting close to it being the final one.
Okay.
I know he sent out an email that he sent, and he pretty much said it's ink on paper and then we'll jazz it up as soon as everybody's okay with the wording.
Okay, yeah,
So
cause
hopefully
this was
soon.
supposed to be our scheduled last one, but we'll have to, I suppose we're gonna have to do another one after this for a final draft before we take it to the council and the community for final approval, so.
And with that, we are, I've been kind of talking with Jim there, so, the zoning map kind of needs a little bit of updating. We've got a few different maps saying different things, so, maybe even scheduling a workshop with the planning and zoning board and the council to figure out which direction we wanna go with it, I think would be a really good idea, and
Good.
just making sure we're on the same page as they are.
Okay. That sounds good. Is any, idea of a meeting time, date, planning and zoning would like to get together this year after the first of the year? How do they?
Well, what brought it up was Scott asked us already a long time ago, and he knew this comprehensive plan was coming. And the idea was to get the map that goes into the comprehensive plan more accurate. That's the way I thought it was explained to us. And then we sat down that one night and went through it, and Nicole has a copy of those maps. And went through it and marked everywhere in town that the map says one color and it's being used as another color.
Okay.
And maybe a suggestion or two even to add a color.
What do we got left for color?
Well, I know, well, I mean, like church property doesn't have a color, so they leave it white, and well, I mean, the white is really another color. So what do you do with something like that? And then, of course, the map we were looking at, there's 3 shades of white, and really it's tough that once it gets copied, they all look the same. And so I don't know how, and then the question was, we went through it, and I think what we did was we marked the areas, and that was, again, now going on a half a year or more ago, so we marked the areas that the colors on the map aren't what they should be, you know, good cases, you know, like, you know, over there, that's still on the map like it's, you know, farm fields, you know, it doesn't even have that, you know, those places are obvious.
This one here.
Yeah, and so we marked all those, but is there something, there was some issues of whether the council wanted us to make suggestions on changes, as long as we're doing this, and then, of course, you can't just change things on a map and call it good, you gotta
Right.
do, you know, and we don't know if the map that we got, if things were really changed, you know, and being used differently, but how do we know they were ever really changed?
Yeah. No, we should probably sit down and kind of look.
And that
through
should be done before, I mean,
Well-
cause this is all part of the comprehensive plan.
Yeah, see, that's why
Let's
we
map
brought
it,
it up
yeah.
at this time.
Right.
Yeah, the map we can add to the comp plan, but,
At least it should be something closer in that comp plan than what's in there now.
sure.
I mean, I don't think there's any question.
I don't believe I've ever seen them here.
Maybe the school has one we could borrow for that combined meeting, so we can put it up on the wall and go through it all together and see where we're at and decide for.
And
Yeah,
then
but we'd have Tony drawing on the wall, and then when we take the plan away, then we'd have a nice mural.
we did have some, big maps printed off that are just like a blank slate,
Okay.
but
It always easier to go with one that's started already, that's colored for zoned, is what we worked with, and then we sort of all took it home and then came back together and changed the colors or added colors
Yeah,
or
we
whatever.
made a list of,
Yeah.
Yes,
of
of what
where we
had to be
wanted to
changed.
change, or, and then it's also, thought was, we were gonna make it the way the current use is,
Mhm.
because some places like, oh, here we're changed, but then you get down into downtown and some of those areas, that the map doesn't come close to the current use. But was that intentional, or is that just somebody got their own color on there?
Right.
Right,
You see what I'm saying, and if, who is gonna be judge and jury on that deal?
Well, let's sit down and see if we can't work through it. When do you guys think we should try and sit down and start on it?
As far as I'm concerned, you can do it anytime,
Okay.
unless you do it during deer hunting.
I was gonna say, it's 2 weeks of deer hunting and then it's Thanksgiving, so.
Yeah, it's getting kind of tougher on the holiday season, so try and get.
As you go that week of December 5th, somewhere in there. Our first meeting is December 12th. Can we pull it off in one night? I think so.
So when do they plan on printing this plan? Cause he was asking for that the last time we got together, kind of, you know, and then I'm
Yeah.
thinking he's coming Wednesday and say, how far did you
Try and
get on it?
finalize everything, yeah, and I mean, it kinda is what it is, if we stop, or basically stop what we're doing on the comp plan, to finish up the final draft or whatever, to try and insert the map or something, I mean, we
Can
can,
always do that.
yeah, that's not a problem, I don't see that being a problem, so. And we'll know more Wednesday night on what our options are
Yeah.
when we meet with them too, so, yeah. Wanna just try and, should we tentatively schedule something for that?
When is your fireman meeting? Is December 5th, Mark?
Second Thursday usually.
Oh, it's a Thursday, okay.
Yeah, meetings on Thursdays.
Fifth, sixth, seventh, any of those 3 days. What day is, are you on Monday nights normally?
I'm home Monday, well, not always.
It'd be Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, cause the Thursday's meetings, your fireman meeting.
Wednesday night I'm not home, so you'd have to go for a Tuesday.
Try
Sixth.
Tuesday?
December 6th?
Yeah.
December.
Pretty far away, isn't it?
Good for you guys?
What's the date?
Tuesday, December 6th.
Tuesday, December sixth, any
December sixth, Tuesday?
time?
6.
6 o'clock work for you guys? 6:30?
6:30.
Oh, Jim's
5:30?
thinking now,
What?
you're thinking December sixth, 6 o'clock, and you're going, darn.
6 at 6, how easy to remember.
6
It's-
is 6?
Yeah. It's 16.
Okay, you Steph, can you make
Mary's
it?
bringing dinner.
Don't know yet.
Pizza.
I might not be back to Sioux Falls by then.
Fasting.
For a work meeting.
Should we try for 6 o'clock, you guys?
Is it Monday? Tuesday the sixth?
Yeah.
Tuesday, 6 at 6.
Tuesday.
Tuesday the 6th at 6.
It's not gonna be.
We'll be home for the boys.
I get to read your name in Morse County again.
No, because it'll be between,
That was a basketball.
I'll be in the June, the Junior County, and, cause we won't make it.
All right, Nicole, did we have anything else, or did you have anything else?
Not really, just the safety deposit box stuff, somebody who's already on there needs to go there and switch all the names out.
Yep.
And I talked with,
Sharon,
Sharon today, so,
okay.
she wouldn't let me do it.
I don't know why she wouldn't let you do it.
Who's on it? You would be on it.
I think I'm on it.
Yeah, I think I'm on it.
The clerk
maybe
is probably on it, but
Scott-
there's a
Scott
wait
was
till,
on it,
Yeah, I don't think we put you on there.
no, I don't remember signing anything to be on there for a short term.
We need Nicole
I'll
on it
stop
though.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stop
I
over
think
and
she was
sign it.
going to,
A little premature to put you on there.
other than that, that's all I really have, we're slowly but surely making
Well, you'll
updates to
win.
the website.
Right.
You might see some
Donald Trump
changes.
would win. Heaven forbid.
Well, thanks for being so informative.
We'll be ready for sure.
You did a very nice job laying the meeting out and everything tonight, so very, very nice job.
So you're.
Could be rigged.
I do too on the minutes, I like how you,
All right.
on the minutes, how it's more, I think it's,
It's not on here, but it's on there.
Finding things, when it flows really nice.
Yeah.
You don't care, I'm gonna say it is.
No, it's on here.
We have treasurer's report. too?
Oh, that's the other one, sorry.
Oh.
There was an update.
We got an updated one, and we won't be doing it till after.
Alright,
Anybody else have anything? If not,
Well, then we may as well just go to South America and join them.
I move to adjourn.
second.
motion on the floor from Barry, second by Mike, all those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much.
That big,
Talking
yes,
about the
it
wind.
absolutely does.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe bringing that up. So,
You have something to talk about?